shoot it. I gotta see through it, man, won't be deluded with all these illusions. I know it's disputed, I gotta keep growing. They see what my root is. I tell you I run this, I'm done with excuses. Give me for a minute, trying to get what I've been giving out. Do it for the tickets, I don't listen to the critics. I'ma push them to the limit, and these rappers getting timid. I've been balling like a pivot. I don't step into the scrimmage, I just play them when I'm in it. Trying to run it till the ribbon, and they know that I've been tripping. When I make them see the vision, man, I put them in the prison with these bars that I've been spitting. And this life that I've been living, I'ma go, I'm on a mission.
Take two for the drop, jaw plotting on the boy. See me putting in the work, whole milk, I don't do the soy. Always been about my king, never about the money. Now you know I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. Said I got my eyes on. My eyes on.
I just did a 24 song in a bed, in a building. They already know my name. At the show, she gon' want a picture she can hang. Just to tell a friend, oh yeah. I shoot my shot with this gold on my wrist while we throwing the parties, they throwing a fit. Through a finesse, you can spot me a sucker. A lot of you really is holding the lick. All of my homies legit, really is shit. I probably throw in my clip. I sell a boat to a fish. I sell a record, you know it's a hit.
They see the effort I put in this music, and I ain't been giving no favors at all. All of this chef and I got in the shop, and I think that I probably could cater them all. I love the way that she answered the phone. I know that she ain't expect me to call. I got my eyes on you, my eyes on you, yeah.
Take two for the drop, jaw plotting on the boy. See me putting in the work, whole milk, I don't do the soy. Always been about my king, never about the money. Now you know I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. Said I got my eyes on. My eyes on.
Yeah, I think they gon' need a minute. Shot and got them people back up in their feelings. When they told me I was finished, bottom of the inning, nothing out the building. Yeah, the victim co-defendant, even Nike witness. We the next to kill it, show them the king how they living. Pictures so good, but not looking for business. They was stepping in from the back door. If they see you independent, then they pop jokes. That fear to the blows, boy, James Burke. Side stepping on the shade, see the footwork. I'm trying to be about this business, but still they want me in the kitchen with the bacon soda whipping. The thought alone was so offensive, cause my guy, he gave his body just to pull me out the trenches. Hold up, wait. If I never see a million or the recognition, man, I see the finish. Look, they're the greatest when they losing. Gotta keep on shooting even when you're missing. Yeah, now focus on the past while living for the day was never recommended. Reppin' VA to independent. His kingdom can never be bought cause it's given and I live that. Yeah.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but I think it's my time. Let me check my wrist. You can never get my shine, I'ma keep on grinding till I reach the top. When it's just in my jeans and I ain't looking back, cause I'm feeling like Chris, bro. They can never slow me down, but they need to hate me, now I'm feeling like Chris. Rock with the team, cause you know that we winning, we with it, we going, we flowing again. I might just go by a Benz, I might just blow my events, whoa. I did it all for the feeling, alive but I'm making a killing. I'm gonna break every ceiling, cause I need a million, but I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. spectacular. Flow so sick, it's hazardous. Y'all still suck like Dracula. Zip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics, cause they talk too much. And I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gonna stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me. I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me. It's all in my DNA. I'm about my cheeks like I'm working for Frito-Lay. And bet it bag on myself. I don't do this for my health. Every thread is a champion. Got the title, need a belt. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a threat. Gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. I don't take my word for it, this a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. I don't take my word for it, this a promise and a threat.
Still young spits, but you call me young boss. Eating real good, so a man's gon' floss. Got my way up in my view, real posh. You a frisbee man, so that mean you get tossed. Bought a new clip, still yo in the back. Numbers ran up, had to spit it with the chaps. Realest in the city, in my record, a fact. But your man's only chat when he do it in the raps. Like, squad go lost and don't really care what it cost them. You don't wanna cost them. My lifestyle awesome, couldn't decide if my gal want it too, so I bought them. Don't run track, but I run up a check. Do it real big, gotta one up the next. Point to the sky with the one up, I'm blessed. I'm young, rich and black, so you know I'm a threat.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot on my shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down. Aiming for greatness, no settling. Kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Taking no L's, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, can slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Yeah. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. I do not gamble, but bet on me. Tell them that's life, yeah, it's still la vie. I'm taking a shot for my enemies. I can't waste no more time on my energy. I know they know I got it on lock. Go against me, that's a long shot. Cause I'm counting wins all around the clock. Never doubt me, boy, I don't stop. Who do you feel when they make you the monster? I am not scared of none of you imposters. Taking the lead now while they watching. Think you should leave now while the option. Taking no L's, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, can slow down, no. My team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change, yeah.
Do you see me leaving you behind? I am leaving you in the dust this time. Take it easy.
I got all worried.
Better slow it down, alright. See me being fast.
Welcome back, everybody, to EMU Overwatch. I know you guys been waiting for this since last week. Probably even skipped Rocket League to watch this. I mean, a lot of you are Overwatch fans. I mean, we see you guys in our chat every single time. And I'm Jaden.
I'm Silver, also known as Better Than Glavon.
That is crazy. Let's get this guy in here. You know, I have a little beef in the room right now.
Yeah, it's true.
But again, going into this match, we do have Silver here, one of the varsity players. So I do want to ask you a little bit about why you're here instead of Glavon.
Absolutely, go for it. So we kind of have a trick up our sleeve for a lot of particular maps where we have a comp. It's Reinhardt comp. Now, I don't happen to play Reinhardt very much, but Glavon, he specializes in that hero, so he's the perfect candidate for this comp. What this comp likes to do, we like to have a sim who can TP her team around with a teleporter, and then just surprise the enemy by having a giant Reinhardt shield right in front of them and swinging at them. It's a lovely comp.
No, I'm very excited to see it. Again, this match is going to be huge. Again, Glavon's debut in this season, I
Yes,
believe?
this will be his first game this season. I'm very excited to see it.
I'm very excited.
That's why I dressed for the occasion. It's his first time.
I know, you're missing your tie. You got to mention the tie.
Took that one off.
But again, going into the schedule of this week, today's going to be Overwatch versus Kent State University. And then we got Ohio tomorrow, Lancer on Monday. And then we hit it up with Central Michigan again on Tuesday next week. Actually, one of our games before spring break coming. So you better watch that Central Michigan game. But again, tomorrow is going to be Ohio against League. And that'll end it for this week. But focusing on today in Kent State, I'm very excited. I'm not sure. We are going to get our standings here really quick, so I'm excited to see those. You know, I believe EMU is in 8th place. I'm not sure about Kent State. Do you have an idea on that?
Haven't done my research enough.
No, I know I haven't either. I'm the number one caster on this broadcast. I should be doing my research, and going into tomorrow, Ohio of League of Legends. Last week didn't go so well. Hoping for a better turnout today. Actually, same for our Overwatch. Going into actually a little promotion for February 17th. Oh, I've just gotten word that we're going into the match right now. We did start a little bit late on the broadcast today, so going into it, we don't have comps just yet, but again, we do see Glavon on that tank, so I'm very excited to see. And what can we see going into this map?
So this is a special map for us because we've been practicing the Reinhardt comp on this map in particular, and we've gotten quite good at it. Looks like for this map, we're going to be rolling out Ramattra, though. One point in particular, called Lighthouse, is our Rhine bread and butter.
I'm very excited. Again, Glavon on this Ramattra, the sim is just going to get us out of spawn, is that right?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Again, Bluk on BAP, again, they're like #1 hero probably, at least what we've seen in this broadcast. And I'm very excited to see if they can make up for what happened last week, the tragedy, the fall of last week's match. But again, going into it, let's see, Rose probably going to switch to Sojourn on this?
Ooh, so recently a lot of patches just came out, and all the HP for every hero has been changed, and suddenly Sojourn, no longer a good hero. So we probably won't see Rose on Sojourn tonight. It looks like he's even going to be rolling out the sim.
Yeah, staying on this sim, these fights are just going to happen, or just a little bit of poking at each other, building up this ult percentage as each team going at it. No one falling just yet, just a little bit HP going down. Not much going on the battlefield, but until EMU is pushing a little bit farther than Kent State, though, they're probably going to take point extremely quickly using Sim TP. Just absolutely overwhelm Kent State Sojourn, taking her down, going on to the next, and probably claiming the point for themselves. They're going to get a little bit of percentage on this while Kent State backs away.
It's a beautiful sim TP. This is what our team has gotten really good at, just sim TPing all around the enemy team. It's hard to respond to.
Definitely, I completely respect it. Overwhelming that Soldier completely just flipped the fight in their direction. And now going into the second one, extremely quick, Kent State regrouping, deciding to play their lives. But the Sim TP is going to come out again, and suddenly Lemon is just behind the team as well as the entirety of EMU. This window's going to come out extremely early on EMU side, and it's going to give them the advantage of this fight. But House does go down, unfortunately. Again, revenged by Sojourn, but Rose takes out Lantern. No Lantern for Kent State. But who knows what can go in this, as Kent State does get overclock on the board. Nothing that EMU can do here as Glevon is walled off and almost killed, but Lantern comes out to save him. HP being brought down. He will be taken out, as well as many on EMU side.
So the enemy team forced out our ice block super early there. Then we had to sim TP and lose all of our space just to survive. We tried taking it back, but we weren't able to do it. But we did get a lot of percent on that first cap, up to 46% now. That's pretty good for us.
And ults on the board, we do have Beat and Simwall, so that's huge. But Kent State does have a freeze window and a Ramantra ult, so it's not looking too good on this fight unless we can get maybe a beat in to save ourselves. And this fight is going to be really crucial as this ult does come out from Rose. It's going to save them from that side, but quickly Kent decides to cross it. But Mayblock going to come out from Kent State's May, but Bluk is taken out extremely early in this fight, which is going to give EMU just a heavy disadvantage. As actually Kent State's May does go down. This freeze comes out from House, but the HP is going low for EMU, and they will be taken out one by one again, losing a fight, and Kent State will get a higher percentage on the point.
That's a tough fight to lose because we lost freeze, Simwall and Beat, those are really just fight-winning ults. Now we don't have them anymore. Now we have to try to take this next fight with just Ramatra ult.
Definitely.
Fortunately, they don't have anything to respond with. They use their freeze.
It is the only thing that EMU does have going for them right now, as they all group up again for just maybe even, you know, just 1 or 2 more fights as they all TP in. And just these fights are going to come out, or Annihilation is going to come out, and his health is going down again, but supported by his team, is going to get 1. And does he get 2? This Lantern is going to save them, or is going to save Kent State, and this wall is going to save Glavon. Trading 1 for 1 here. As their Soldier does go out, and EMU will reclaim the point, but Kent State at 79%. If they get 1 more fight on EMU, they could cap it.
It was a very good fight from EMU. They recognized that their only win condition was Ramatra, and they TP'd straight into their backline and ripped it. Beautiful fight.
Definitely, I completely respect it. Again, just playing extremely aggressive with these sim TPs. Again, just like this, doing window, automatically getting in front of this team on this high ground, and they're going to take just all of their resources out, but Glavon taking extremely low, no support on his end. He's taken out, but Indigo does boop 1. I believe it just got buffed, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Going into this fight, definitely, I guess that helped a little bit, but again, Blue keeping its team up. Unfortunately, taken out, though. This support is going to be extremely just hard to keep up on EMU's end, and they will lose the point, most likely. Unless House and Rose are just carrying this point. This wall is going to come
together.
out.
Wow.
What a fight. Again, like, keeping this point alive, Rose and House just keeping it together, you know, saving it for their team, going into this final one as Lex is taken out, Lucio taken out, and EMU has the advantage as Glavon does a Ramatra diff with a little bit of help from Rosa now, but Luke takes out the other Bab, again, just diff after diff, and it looks like EMU will claim this first point, 1 of 2.
That was incredible. I did not expect just 3 of us to win that back. It looked like a lost fight, but they were holding it together, and they won it.
You can see Glavon's a little bit hyped up. I'm guessing that's his hype face, you know?
Oh, that's his hype face. He's locked in right now.
I can definitely tell, and I can see why those, like that, especially those second and third fights that EMU lost, those were extremely crucial, but they managed to take it back. And I can see them winning this with the confidence that they're having with these sim TPs. I mean, they windowed immediately after TPing. That is the confidence that I want to see.
Absolutely. Those sim TPs just catch the enemy team off guard always. What do you do when suddenly there's 5 people in your backline?
You lose the fight, that's what. And going into the next one, we are seeing this Rhine.
There it is. Excited to see this one.
I know. They will be running the Ramatra still, and plus Soldier. You did say that she was worse, so this could be an EMU's advantage, actually. But going into this fight, Glavon just going to keep his shield out, protecting his team, letting them get a little bit of damage, a little bit of ult on the board. But again, Ramatra is building all extremely fast against EMU, and they do have the point, but in this small space, if Ramatra does get Nemesis off in here, then it could be a little bit dangerous.
So the comp that EMU is playing right now really likes to just sit on point and do nothing. This comp is called Bunker Comp, and you just sit on the point and survive as long as you can.
I can see definitely why, as House just blocks and completely just survives that entire time. But no one has claimed the point, so no percentages for EMU, and it looks like Kent State will claim that point. But I can definitely see EMU taking this back, you know, swiftly as possible, and it'll be good. Ults on the board, though, Kent State are building up their Annihilation, which could be a little bit dangerous, but we are building up our window, which hopefully is going to be good for maybe the fight right after this, or even during this fight if they build it up.
This comp is really good at sitting on point and doing nothing and just holding space, but it's really hard to take space on this comp, so it'll be interesting to see how they take this.
Definitely. I can see why they're playing it actually way more slowly, maybe just trying to take their time and plan out what they're going to do. The Sim TP is going to come out, and they're all going to go onto site, taking it extremely quick, but this Annihilation is going to come out from the enemy Ramatra, getting Indigo, getting Blue, getting 3 as the rest of his team gets the other 2.
Kent State.
Definitely, that AoE's plus his pummels are not going to be good for EMU, as they will hold the site. I did like the Sim TP idea, though.
It was good, but it is really dangerous to TP on point when Ramatra can pummel through your entire team when you TP.
Definitely.
It just really chips through your whole team's health. It's hard to recover from.
Now, are we expecting any switches after they get these ults off, though?
It is possible that we swap to Ramatra.
I honestly wouldn't even be surprised after seeing this Ramontra's performance against this Rhine. And again, going at it again, this beat is going to come out, and actually, EMU does get a few picks on the board, including the Ramontra and the May, and they will take this point. Not all members of Kent State fall, but they are able to get a few percentage on the point. Now, 64 on for Kent State. That's a little bit dangerous.
Falls back in EMU's court. This is what this comp is amazing at, just sitting on point and just surviving.
Definitely. It feels like they're just taking these fights so quick. You know, they get 1 or 2 members down on Kent State, and they immediately just all fall back. They overwhelm the site so fast,
Absolutely.
so quickly, yeah. But as we get into this one, House does have ult to maybe slow down Kent State, maybe just counter a little bit. But window does come out from Kent State. You know, EMU just trying to hide from it, but they are taking out one by one.
It's a devastating freeze for EMU.
Definitely. It feels like these teams are just being taken out so quickly. On EMU side, on Kent State's side, I mean, these fights are happening just in a blink of an eye. And going into this next one, I mean, we do still have freeze, and we do have shatter as well, which could be huge for retaking this site. But Kent State is looking to meet these players, not even on point. They do back up a little bit once they see these players grouping up. But this freeze, I expect to come out soon after this B drops. But again, walling off, trying to take this site again, just so, like you said, they can just stay in here and do what they do best. But they do take out Soldier and Lucio, but Rose is traded out for them. Indigo still standing, trying to keep the team alive. But so much that they can do in this versus 3 players from Kent State as EMU falls.
We're going to cap this with 10% left. It's going to be hard for EMU to touch with this.
Definitely. I mean, House still holding on to this ult. This final fight is going to be extremely crucial, going 94, 95. Are they just... Sim TP is going to come in. Oh, but this wall is going to...
We still get a touch.
We do get a touch. And Indigo's taken out. What? This freeze is not going to... It's going to come through, actually, and help EMU almost cap this point. So close, but Kent State so brutal in keeping this. And Glavon brought down. And it looks like Kent State are on their way to taking point 2 out of 3. This final point is going to be an intense one.
Coming right down to the wire. That last fight, I would have liked to see House use freeze a little bit sooner before we had to in overtime.
You know, yeah, I mean, I can't really say anything. I expected him to use it on the fight before, but I completely understand why he was saving it for this crucial fight. You know, if they got this, if they got this point, then they probably could have, you know, just again, like you said, sat on point, stayed alive, tried their hardest. So I hear the basketball in the background. But again, just going into the next one, remind me what the last point is.
Last point is well. It has a big hole in the middle. A lot of people like to play hog and just hook people in the well, which I doubt we'll see hog on this point. Both teams rolling out Ramontra.
I'm not even surprised. Again, after that Ramontra performance, I mean, I understand why we have Glavon on the team, but Ramontra, you know, not bad from time to time. Again, going into this fight, Eastern running the same comp that we saw besides the Ramontra pick. So this is going to be extremely just hard for EMU after that last point. I'm hoping that their confidence is still high. That first point was still so good. And going into this one, just building ult economy again, just, you know, measuring what they can do here, trying to just take in the circumstances and seeing what they can do. House is trying to get maybe just an easy head tap on the Soldier, but Glavon is taken out by the Soldier before House can get a tap on her, and EMU will fall in this first fight, and Kent State claims the point early on, actually already having 10% on.
Fortunately, Bluke is just farming that window, so hopefully we can build that by next fight and then use it.
Definitely. Is there anything that you saw that went wrong in that fight that cost it for EMU?
So this team really likes to play together with the Sim TP. You all stack on top of each other, TP wherever you need to go. But it looked like we kind of played split, which is not what you want to do in this comp.
Definitely. And going into this one, we do see them all TP actually staying together, hopefully this time around. And House is taken down low. I suspect that he is blocked. But he does get one tap, not expecting that from the Soldier. And Kent State playing extremely aggressive. May's going to use her block, but Glavon in a bit of a tight corner right now. Bluke's the only one to support with Indigo. Able to get out of this situation, hopefully. And they will just be forced to back up as of right now. Bluke almost dying, escaping with his life. But again, EMU forced to group up after that pick on House. But Bluke hit with a railgun to the head. Unfortunate for EMU, especially that they were just grouping up. And they are looking to just completely just take out EMU in their own spawn.
Stagger.
That is unfortunate, definitely. And this wall is going to come out, so EMU is not going to get any alt form, nothing. And they will just be forced to sit there in despair.
This is starting to look really scary for EMU because they have Ramattra alt and freeze and BAP window, and we don't have freeze or Ramattra alt.
We do have a window, which I'm honestly counting on at this point. Freeze is coming up, but again, Kent State does have the advantage here, having all of these alts already at their ready. But as we go into this most likely final fight, unless EMU can take it down, this window's going to be coming out. Glavon getting supported is almost taken out by the soldiers. Extremely dangerous. And Blue just keeping this team up. They are going to use the Sim TP, throwing off Kent State a little bit, making them focus on multiple areas, but they are split up a little bit. This beat's going to come out, keeping everybody alive, trying to boom that mantra into the hole, but it's not going to work out so nice for them. But Glavon taken out, but Tanks traded for Tanks. Support taken out on EMU's side. Blue at least. And Symmetra will also be taken out. House on his run to the point, but he's not going to make it in time. And Kent State will take first map. And that is just unfortunate. You can see, I see Glavon frowning a little bit. He's not locked in anymore.
Not locked in anymore. He's reevaluating.
And we do see play of the game from this guy. Get this guy off the screen.
Get this guy out of here.
Boom,
Not my
boom.
tank. Not my tank.
Exactly. But again, what did you notice was, going on, maybe the enemy team was doing something to specifically counter this Symmetra TP, or...
I wouldn't say that we were being particularly countered. It felt like we just weren't playing the comp right. Now, I've seen it in scrims work all the time. We've played it beautifully, but it just does not feel like our day right now. We're not playing together as we should. We're playing almost in two different groups almost.
Definitely, it did feel map 1 was so perfect. It felt like
Yes.
Everyone sticking together, going on that high ground, completely overwhelming Kent State. But in map 2 and beyond, it felt like they were splitting up, especially in that final fight. I mean, they did split up with that TP, which I understand why, but it also kind of did mess them over. Which I'm just really worried for this. Again, just a complete maybe just blast to their confidence. But I'm really hoping that they keep it up a little bit. What would your confidence in this situation? Put yourself in their shoes.
Oh, my confidence never wavers. I have the biggest ego on the team.
You are in a suit right now.
Yep. Egotistical maniac.
And that is okay. Maybe that's what they need. I wouldn't even be surprised if I get a call here in a minute saying that you're on for next map.
It is possible. It depends what next map will be. If it's a Rhine map, Glavon is in.
And again, yeah, but I'm extremely excited for that. I'm hoping that I don't lose you, man. I love the suit, and obviously it does say right there you're better than Glavon.
It does say that. I mean, it's true.
Whoa. Again,
Glavon said it out. Just got word. Glavon will be here any second
losing you?
now. I guess so.
No! If he heard me say that, I'm done for, and I can never cast on the show again.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
no.
Glavon's a great man. He's not better than me, but you'll have to make do.
They might say Glavon better than Silver if you leave.
Absolutely. Don't do that, guys.
Oh, well, it looks like I'm going to be solo for a bit, but we should be going for a break while we wait for these next casters and this next map to come in. So, I will see you then.
Faster all the time. Hold on tight, bursting like a flame from a lighter. Yeah, can't be the one to blame if I'm on fire. Oh, see my name in the lights, in the stars tonight. Come on now, won't you take it up, take it down, make it louder. Won't you take it up, take it down. Yeah, I can never be like that. Speeding to the top, hard to catch me in last. Back to the future fast, bringing up the fast. Never recovering from the score I just had. Flame so bright, 3rd-degree burns on that. Woo, man, fast like flash. Juking and moving, making you look so bad. Indescribable, don't let the rush always hit him with the bicycle. It is never enough. Keep it chill like an icicle that you never can touch. Hot like a flame, but cool like the ice you need when you're done. Indescribable, don't let the rush always hit him with the bicycle. It is never enough. Keep it chill like an icicle that you never can touch. Hot like a flame, but cool like the ice you need when you're done. Come on now, won't you take it up, take it down, make it louder. Won't you take it up, take it down. Come on now, won't you take it up, take it down, make it louder. Won't you take it
Yeah, it's
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, it doesn't say better than silver. So
it's got to say better than silver. I saw it stream. Come on.
No, you
Come on.
didn't.
I know.
No.
I watched. I know.
No.
I know.
Anyways, moving on from that topic. Again, I did ask you this before, but I wanted to save it for now. What went wrong, or how did you just feel after this?
Broadcast gets it.
Better? We're getting there.
Broadcast gets it. So that was a little bit rough. A little bit rough. We came out strong. Came out strong there. But you're probably interested in what we were doing on Lighthouse.
I was.
Lighthouse is an interesting map because traditionally you see a lot of dive there, a lot of Winston, a lot of Genji Tracer. I'm sure you and Silver talked about this extensively if you had any time to, but there was a big patch today.
Yeah,
Quite a big patch.
We mentioned it.
You may even call it Overwatch 2.5.
Whoa.
It's a very big patch. Everybody got more health. Projectiles are larger. As a tank, it doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great. But we are gonna have to save it for next time because we're going right into game. They don't give me enough time.
You got I
have so much time to yap. Okay, so looking at more Ram Brawl here. Very similar meta as last patch. Very big patch, but really not shaking up the meta too much. At least in the first 24 hours here. Not even 24 hours. 12 hours, if that.
I do see you guys. Sorry, I just see you guys running the Symmetra instead of the Soldier. Was that like a today decision, or?
That is a Suji decision. That is a Suji special right there. The rumor has it Sojourn is dead and gone.
I heard.
And Sojourn is no longer really playable. That Sojourn is giving us a little bit of a run for our money, and so we'll see how well that holds true. It looks like we are rolling into the first map on King's Row here. Fighting for first point. Very well practiced by EMU. Hopefully we are going to see a pretty good game here.
I remember last point's hold was extremely well from EMU. I'm expecting to see the same thing again, hoping that and Kent State doesn't get a tick on this site. But going into, again, they're going to take high ground, trying to get it on EMU, pushing EMU back a little bit. But again, this is going to start out extremely slow, but I'm guessing that EMU can hold this just like last time. But the shield's going to come out from Ramantra, denying Silverby any kind of damage on the team, but he's taken very low. Again, that Soldier getting a rail shot off, those are very dangerous in this match. His Nemesis form is going to come out from Silverby. Ramantra versus Ramantra right now. Now both are going to get walled. This is a very stagnant fight, it feels like, from both sides, but House is trying to get a cheeky pick on one of the enemies from Kent State. Lantern is going to be taken out, but I mean, this fight is going to subside just a little bit.
Very long fight here. Very difficult to really say too much about the overall game here. Really just a poke fight. Both teams icing each other out, but looking at another engage.
Now this Lantern is going to come out, as well as Window. Blue farming these windows extremely quickly. Lantern's going to come out to try and save anybody from Kent State, but he's going to be taken out immediately. Now Silverby is taken out, but Frosty Knight, their BAP, is taken extremely low. But again, this fight is going to go in Kent State's favor as they do claim the point. Now, let's see if Wild Thing can be taken out. 1 HP, and he is, but he is traded out for 4 EMU members, and it's not looking so hot for EMU, as Silverby is the only one left alive, left to regroup with his team.
Looking like we're coming up on a wall, a freeze, a suffer, everything but Window on EMU's side, while it looks like pretty much the same thing on Kent State's side. So I'm expecting us to see maybe a few Qs pressed here. Hopefully we're able to freeze their Ramantra ult, usually a pretty good counter to it, or freeze out their Window. They don't have Window. Probably going to freeze the Ram ult. So looking at the next fight coming out here with Kent State just pushing most of the way through and the wall coming out to start.
Alright, this wall is actually providing so much benefit for EMU. It's going to push Kent State away from the cart, providing EMU even more cover as they push up here. Getting high ground, actually deciding that maybe they're going to flank, maybe they're not. Not so deciding on what they're going to do yet, but Kent State again pushed back. This cart is going to be delayed, and this Annihilation is going to come out from enemy Ramantra, but Rose is taken out again. A rail shot to the head from the Soldier, and as this freeze is not going to get any value except their Lantern out of the picture, and this cart is not stalled any longer. But EMU did have a little bit of a hold on it, but again, this fight is going to last extremely long. The speed is going to come out, and it looks like they're dedicating Annihilation to this fight as Silverby pushes the team into a corner, getting Frosty Knight, getting their Sojourn and looking to get this Ramatra house, finishing off with a blow to the head.
So I did notice that you said that the blizzard there did not get much value. That actually was a pretty big blizzard. All that blizzard is used for is to stall out the Ramatra ult and wait for it to run out and just time out naturally. Because if we don't freeze him in place, he will just run through our backline. He gets the speed boost in his Nemesis form, and just a lot of passive damage from that. So might not look it, but a very good, useful ult.
Definitely. Thank you for the analysis, man. I really appreciate it. But again, going into this fight, you can see definitely that EMU is taking a lot of things into consideration. The Lance already going to take out it very early in this fight, as both teams are trying to stay up. Rose taken low, but not taken out. And look, House forced to use block and is almost taken out, and is taken out because that block was used so early in the fight, and Kent State immediately has this advantage as Silverbeat is taken out. But the Ramatra's taken out, but again, this fight is just so lost for EMU.
Definitely looking a little bit unsteady on the Symmetra Mei comp here. It's not something that we've run really much at all on King's Row. Normally a Sojourn, much more practiced on the Sojourn. But just because this patch dropped today, not a whole lot of teams are going to have practice. You can see that Kent State is having more success with what they had tried and true on an old patch. So it may just be down to not necessarily what is best, but what is comfortable.
Now this wall is going to come out to start the fight again, and again pushing Kent State back just a little bit. But again, there's 3 minutes left on the clock. How much can this benefit EMU as of right now? There's just stale fight right now. Not much going on. They did switch to the Reaper, which is going to be very interesting. Taking that Soldier out of the pick, maybe even better for EMU. But as we get into this fight, Land Muse for EMU taken out immediately. But again, people just brought low and low and low. These fights cannot be finished as of right now. But freeze for Mei for House on the board, and it looks like just teams are just looking around trying to see what they can do here. But EMU walled off, and this freeze is going to come out from Kent State. It's going to be huge. It's going to freeze Silver, taken out, as well as Rose, as well as a House, and this is just immediately in Kent State's favor as they take out Book and Indigo to finish it off, finish EMU off, and it is a team kill for Kent State.
You can definitely tell that these increased health values are dragging these fights out quite a bit longer than usual. Definitely a different play style that is coming out in this meta. But it looks like they did use their freeze too early. They did not wait for Silver Suffer. So I'm hoping that we can use Annihilation to flip this map and full hold them right here.
Definitely. We also have freeze to hold anything, but House is taken out as soon as I say that. Beat's going to come out for Kent State. They are not looking to lose this fight, investing so many resources into it. Silver Beat taken out, traded for their tank. But this, no one on site to hold this payload except Indigo, but here, oh, this Boom is going to take him out.
That is the Lucio buff coming in strong there. 12%.
Oh my gosh.
That is a 12% buff right there. Does not sound like a whole lot.
I know.
That took, I believe, our Lucio Port Indigo from on top of point, nice and sitting pretty, nowhere near the payload, nowhere near the edge, right off point. Not a great look. But we are. You can tell we're not feeling too great about getting pushed in and still having time on the clock for the enemy team. Not great. Definitely getting some feedback from Suji here, our coach. Hopefully going to shed some light on what we are doing wrong, what we can do better, and see if we can get comfortable on this, not Sojourn, but Symmetra and Mei comp quickly. Not something that we've really had a lot of practice on, but hopefully it's going to be able to carry us through.
Speaking of the Symmetra, is there a chance that we see Rose on Reaper, or is this...
There is the Reaper guy. My favorite character is the Reaper guy. Special move, honestly, one of the best in the game. So he comes equipped with these two revolvers that come really in handy, especially when they come from the side.
Get me out of here. Get Silverback in here. I'm begging you guys, please. Get him out of the comp, man.
No. We are looking at the Moira Reaper comp. This is something that we have a little bit of experience on, namely on one specific point of Samoa. You would have seen that if you watched one of our earlier broadcasts. Gonna see how we adapt it to King's Row. It is definitely going to be playing very, very fast here and playing to win before our Moira runs out of her healing.
I think playing very fast would be in EMU's favor again. Map 1.1 was so good. I felt like overwhelming the team so with this Reaper, I feel like that could be very good and even contributing to that. But as we get into it, Silver so close to being taken out, but just completely taking this all of this damage and supported by
That
his
is the
team.
tank experience right there, taking an entire team right to the face.
But taken out in the end. Tank experience.
Yeah.
As well as just the rest of EMU. Now, we do have a little bit of time to talk about as Indigo's taken out. But again, talking about this comp, this Reaper comp, will we even see a change in the future if this doesn't work out?
I'm kind of expecting them to roll out on this. We're not having too much success on the Symmetra for whatever reason. Gonna need to look at the VOD for that one. But hopefully we are able to just melt through this Ramatra. That Ramatra is going to be very stable with the Baptiste, and the wall to protect him. But here comes the next fight.
This boost is going to come out, leading EMU into their backlines, and Rose immediately taken out as well as Silverbeat. These fights are so quick. House taken out with a boop. I don't even believe there's anywhere that you can go off the map with this right now, so it's not looking good for EMU.
With the Lucio boot buffs, I wouldn't be surprised if they got environmental on third point from first. That was a long boop that we saw on third point just a minute ago. But hopefully we are able to use... not really building too much of an ult advantage. Gonna need to bait out some of their ults first before we go, but find some way of engaging here and getting an advantage.
Definitely. Both shields going to come out from Ramatra, but this, again, ult is going to come out from Kent State's. Dangerous for EMU, but this freeze is going to come out. Both freezes are going to come out for both teams. Kent State's May does decide to use block 2 evaded, but this ult's going to come out from Rose, or from, my bad, I'm so sorry. I got so excited from Kent State's Reaper taking out House as well as I believe another. I got so excited for Silver's ult there. I got too excited.
We really should have held our ults there. That was a little bit of a an even fight. I think we actually ended up over ulting there with 3-4-3 maybe coming out even, but technically an advantage for the defenders. We're really going to have to just make a play off of Annihilation and Death Blossom here. My favorite ult, one of the best in the game.
But going into this, 1:30 left on the clock. Annihilation for Silver. Probably needed for this fight if they want to do anything here, and he does decide to use it in this fight. Beat's going to come out from Kent State, but this ult's going to be kept up from Silver, being around so many people. But ult is going to be used from Dr. Rose, not going to get any, going to get 2 actually. After a little bit, they'll get those HP updates. But again, 4 or 5 going down for Kent State. House traded out for, but again, taking this point finally, at least getting 2 ticks, make it 3 as there's 1 minute on the clock, and the Kent State aren't looking to deny them capping this.
You can definitely feel how long and drawn out these fights are. With a Reaper and a Ramatra both ulting on your face, and you are still alive. Those are some big HP numbers. We are looking at a 300 HP May, so that is not an easy thing to kill, even with the increased projectile sizes, making it a little bit easier to hit. At the high level that we are playing at, really, I don't think going to make as much of a difference as lower elos, since we are already hitting our shots.
Coalescence is going to come out. Many ults are going to come out. Kent State's Reaper ult not going to get any value, actually, except a little bit of damage. Beat is going to come out from EMU, though. Probably used to just counter all of the damage going to be taken, but Silver taken out is HP probably so low, but we're not there to keep him up, and it looks like EMU will be taken out very quickly, actually, compared to the fights that we've been seeing today.
Definitely. Looking like we only used, I believe that was Coalescence and Beat. Maybe not great to stack both of them, but it looks like Kent State is looking for a close hold, doesn't want EMU to come out of spawn at all, but looking like Reaper is going to be able to get us out by pressuring Cart.
But now already 2 players on Kent State is going to be taken out by Silver B, the man to step up in this game. Indigo taking out the tank, and Reaper getting taken out. Traded with Rose, but you know what? Maybe a little bit worth it just to get this payload moving. 2 minutes left on the clock, and we need to get to second point.
You know what they say, payload's moving, Lucio's grooving. So we are going to be seeing the Happy Indigo coming back here real soon. And looking like only a Blizzard on EMU's side and only a window on Kent State, but maybe a Reaper ult and a Beat coming up soon mid-fight. Hopefully we can make some use out of this Blizzard. I believe that's Annihilation from Silver going to come out soon as well.
Definitely going into this one, Window is going to be taken out from Kent State, and it's going to actually result in Rose's death here as House is grouped up with Moira, just saving each other, trying to do as much as they can to stop this fight from going the way that it looks like it's going. Now, House does have Freeze. Silverbeat does use Annihilation. Freeze not going to be used just yet. I'm not sure if they want to use it in this fight the way it was going, but they do group up. Coalescence is going to be used on EMU's side to keep Silver up. And it looks like almost taken out, and Silver will be taken out. This all is going to come in from Dr. Rose, only getting the lantern though.
That is impressive, dropping a Reaper ult in the middle of a fight, hitting 5 people and not killing a single one. Rose is not going to be happy about that.
I wouldn't be either, but again, the way this fight is going, there's just trades after trades after trades, and it looks like Kent State will take the end of it now. With these HP, you look like you wanted to talk during that.
That made me upset. That's not okay.
I saw your
This patch is gonna take some getting used to, especially for some of our veterans that are so used to certain breakpoints and certain combinations of ults working so well, not finding the success that we really should be, or are used to finding with those ult combos.
Yeah, going into this one, EMU just flanking Kent State, trying to get back to the payload. This beat is going to come out on EMU's side, and Nemesis form coming out from Silver B, but they will take out the enemy Ramatra. House using block just to keep his HP up, and this window is going to come out from Kent State, but not looking to get any value out of it after they are all taken out almost. They do need to take out this Reaper, but this map is going to be taken out. Actually, Reaper just used his ult, is not going to get any value for him at all, as EMU does take this fight with, I believe, all 5 members still standing.
That was a tremendous fight, a very, very good Blizzard coming out from House. Saw an ice block that I initially didn't agree with, then I saw the enemy Blizzard freeze Silver right in front of Cart, and Cart kept him moving. he just slid, turned into a little bit of a Michael Jackson there. But looking like we're coming up on probably a Coalescence and Suffer, going deep in the backline, hopefully push them into their spawn, and just full cap here.
Definitely, this is looking way better than when it first began, and Rose just coming from the sky, gonna completely go onto Kent State, taking out their lamp. Using it early in the fight is huge, as their mate does get taken out. No lamp to save them, now pushed back to their spawn. The Reaper is going to be taken out as well. Silver B pushing very close to their spawn, just keeping them away. This orb is going to keep them up a little bit though. But again, they're just getting ult charged at this point, just keeping them in here. Just keeping them in their spawn, trying to get this payload onto the point, but
and that is a Reaper ult in spawn. That is, honestly, with the way these Reaper ults have been coming out and not doing anything, despite how good they have been positioned, I don't blame them for just using it to stuff spawn. Make sure we're pushing Cart there, guys. We're kind of letting it sit. We just got to roll it in, and there's both Blizzards coming out.
Both are going to come out. Not going to freeze Rose, almost, but Rose pushing the Cart almost to this end point, but almost taken out actually by the annihilation from the enemy Ramatra, and with 1.5 meters on the Cart left, 2 seconds. Luke is going to try to come in and save this game, but it doesn't look like it might happen. Tracer, Sombra, whatever they can do, this overtime clock is ticking down.
It's looking like a ball comp, guys. I know how much you guys hate seeing the ball comp, and unfortunately, this patch might see a little bit more ball comp down the line.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. You don't want it. You don't want to see it. It's not great. But that was a pretty good game. So close at the end there. Just barely keeping Kent State keeping EMU from rolling it in and going into a third round. But those fights were long.
The Reaper ults, like, I would sit there and I'd be like, is this going to get anything at all? And then it'd get like a lamp and that'd be it.
Yeah, it's your Reaper ult for lamp, and that's about it. Because I wonder, I would need to actually look at how much damage Reaper ult does overall, because it might end up being just straight up not enough. Because if that doesn't get balanced around it, Reaper is kind of maybe not one of the best, maybe not one of the best ults in the game anymore.
No, this can't be.
No, they gotta buff it. Gotta
might
keep
ask a tilting question for the VOD. If they pushed the Cart when they weren't, do you think they could have capped?
Yes, I think they can. I think they cap if they were pushing when they weren't pushing.
Does that count as a C9? Half C9?
Everything's a C9.
Everything is a C9.
C9 is when round ends.
Oh, man. I didn't want to ask it, but I was really curious about if you thought that, like, again, just like...
If they had been sitting on it, maybe Kent State runs out faster and still touches. Really could have been anything, but letting that Cart sit there when Silver and Rose are so desperately holding them in spawn, holding both our Ramatra and our Reaper holding at the same side, which is not traditionally something that we would need to do, but all 5 of Kent State rolling out the same door, not something that Kent State should have done, And so kind of both mistakes worked out in our favor. But that cart sitting there, a little painful.
Ugh. Yeah, and going into this next one, do we know what the next map is? Do you know what the next map is?
Next map is going to be EMU's pick, and we've already done both Control. I believe we are looking at Flashpoint. This turning is a little bit odd in that Flashpoint is third map. Either Servasa or New Junk City, more or less interchangeable, in my opinion. I don't think they're really that different. The game mode itself more dictates how both teams play. Really just looking at 5 points scattered around, basically just a very quick control game.
Now, depending on the
one.
map, can we see you subbing or no?
On New Queens, or not New Queens, on
So
New Junk
close.
City and Servasa, no. We are
Okay.
probably just looking at the RAM there. I am mostly just a Reinhardt specialist here.
Your one trick?
Which I almost was kept in for map 2 if we did not decide to go to Kings Row. The question was either between Kings Row or Blizzard World.
Oh.
With our Spitfire comp in the works right now. Very, very difficult, very thinky comp, but not quite ready to come out of the oven. You saw a little bit of it on Lighthouse there, on Ilios, but not quite ready for a full commit on Blizzard World. But hey, maybe next week.
I'm going into Flashpoint, man. Or Servasa, I believe it is. We are running this Ramantra on both sides. Again, the Soldier and on Kent State, very dangerous as we've seen. Are we running this Junkrat? Is that real?
That I will say that last night we played a scrim using a code that would mimic this patch, and by the end of the night we were even playing Mercy. So anything is possible. Okay, not the Junkrat, not the Zenyatta. That's fine. Okay.
We'll be running Soldier, though. I don't believe we've seen that at all on EMU's side and during this season.
That is definitely a different pick. It's something that we've played in scrims a little bit, not something we've seen on broadcast. But I would expect to see a very interesting POV from Rose here, because Rose is going to be basically playing a different game. He is not going to be playing Overwatch. He is going to be playing Call of Duty. Probably just hard flanking away from his team, but EMU just nice and easy holding this choke, getting a lot of value from Rose.
I believe both Mays were already taken out, but Silverbeast taken out as well, and Rose was doing so much damage to the enemy team, already building his ult up to 60%, holding the site, or at least trying to, but taken out as well as Bluk. No one there to really support him, but again, getting his ult up already to 67%. I'm expecting maybe a flank onto this site, just like you were talking about.
Definitely. Now, a little bit of the accent coming out. It is called a point,
Oh, I'm
not
sorry.
a site.
Oh, that's horrible.
This is not Valorant.
No,
it's okay.
no.
It's okay. It's okay. But yes, Rose is probably going to be flanking on the point and looking for a pretty early visor. I think even before we get window for it. So might just come out just to get, a huge pick on the BAP coming for the first fight.
Definitely a headshot from Rose, already seeing how much value he's providing to the team as Silver tries to get this tank well, trying to get this point unlocked. This lamp is going to come out. Rose already getting 1, 2, make it 3, 4. Rose make it 4. And he claims this point.
I think I can hear them through the wall behind me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Rose is definitely flexing his mechanical skill here on Soldier. Definitely a very good showing from Rose. And I'm thinking we might see more Soldier based on how this is going. I would be surprised if they swapped off. But looking just at Visor still with only Annihilation and Window up on Kent State side. But a lot of other ults coming up soon.
And again, Window is going to come out from Kent State. Just everyone on EMU just trying to maybe get out of its way a little bit. But Silver be taken out by Wild Thing. This fight is going in the favor of Kent State. Though, Dr. Rose, we've seen what this man can do as he takes out Wild Thing, but how's taken out. This visor is going to be used through this window, but Kent State's just going to avoid it. But this time is ticking for Kent State. 95 on the point for EMU, making 98, 99. But Kent State decide they are going to hold this and take it. It was 63% on the point. This freeze did come out from House. Did it get any value there?
I was not really able to see it. We're a little far back on Rose to be able to see too much. Rose is definitely clicking heads here, but wasn't really able to see how much value we got from House. Looks like we did get our Blizzard Force before they used Annihilation. They still have their Blizzard, and we have our Annihilation. Those are still synced up. So probably going to get ours frozen. Theirs is not going to get frozen. It looks like Kent State takes the first point. EMU does not even go for the recontest.
You know what? I don't blame him. 93 on the point. Just might as well dedicate yourself to the next one at this point. But Rose, just again, just providing so much value to this team as he's the first one on point. Just getting a little bit of damage out.
Yeah, and hopefully we're going to see a nice big Annihilation here. Looks like we're letting them take the point, letting Rose get the off angle, and just going to farm up another Visor very quickly. Let's keep a Visor count going. I believe that's one Visor so far.
You got to keep that, man. As this fight goes on, this freeze is going to come out from Kent State. As Silverby does use Annihilation, it's burnt out, and Kent State looking to claim this point. They do have it on lock, except, you know, just this point does unlock, and Silverby maybe just trying to get one, and he does, getting May out of the picture. Annihilation is going to come out from Kent State, taking down Silverby and taking out Lamp. But again, Blue, stay alive with this Visor. Or no, I mistook his aim as a Visor.
Yeah, it looks like Visor.
It does.
Rose is
Oh
probably
my
one of the most
gosh.
mechanically gifted players we have on the team, and I'm hoping this Visor clutches up this fight.
Visor is going to be taken out now. I mean, compared to his name, doesn't even matter at this point, but he's going to take out this Sojourn. And this fight will go in EMU's favor, even though there's so much going on, so many deaths on the battlefield. Rose takes it for the team.
And point only flipping at the end there. Very, very good stall from Kent State. That felt like a full point by itself. But like you said, Visor is not actually as good when you have such good aim already. Though it does still provide value, it does remove all of his drop-off damage, so he can sit from very far away and still get value.
Definitely, and we can see going into this fight again, Rose just getting so much damage onto the enemy team. They are going to be walled off, but Rose immediately breaking it, trying to get as much value as he can. But Silverbee's taken out as well as House, and it looks like Kent State are on their way to taking this point as they will. But 67% on the board for EMU. Rose is forced to back off and regroup with his team.
Definitely looking like we're coming up on Blizzard, and we are not quite synced up with their Annihilation. So hopefully we're able to hold that Blizzard long enough, don't get it forced out. House taking a little bit of poke there, just prepping up for next fight. Not near either of our support ults, Window or Beat. So hopefully we're able to... saving Blizzard for Annihilation. Not really sure what we're going to look for in this fight, but we do need to take a fight. Probably just take a dry fight. Hopefully get their overclock out of them and take a next fight quickly.
Definitely. Going into this one again, like we're saying, we hope that we do hold May ult until Annihilation from Kent State. But the way that this is going, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's forced out just to take the point. Now, Silverby is going to be saved by this Lamp for a little bit. Health brought down to 48. Not going to die quite yet, but Blue is taking out support, and immediately Silverby goes down as well as House. But that freeze was not used, so...
We see Rose sitting on point there. Unfortunately, does not have an angle based on where they are fighting. It looks like this second point is also going to go to Kent State. Still holding freeze, which is good. Might have been worthwhile to use. Not quite sure what we would have seen as a response from Kent State. But coming up on Annihilation on Visor, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Window probably mid-fight here.
Definitely. Going into the next point could be the final point if EMU doesn't clutch up here. But again, Visor is coming up. This will be third, fourth?
I already forgot to keep track of. I said I'm going to. I think this is probably third. This is probably third. But looking like we're setting up for next point, building up that Visor, building up that Window, building up that Beat, building up everything, and it looks like Kent State is only going to be down their overclock. Probably going to be a pretty big fight coming out here.
Definitely. So many ults on either side. This fight, especially since it's last point for EMU, but they have already taken out on Kent State's side. This could be a huge fight for EMU. Wall is used. Does wall off a little bit of Kent State there. But again, they are going to back off, and EMU will take the point as of now.
I saw that Rose went on a very, very long flank, and unfortunately just didn't get any value because the value was gotten by the rest of his team. So just kind of running around at the speed of sound there, using his legs, running around, just taking those off angles. A little bit harder to get an off angle here because of how this point is just shaped, but hopefully we see a big Visor come out.
Definitely. Can we see him even flanking here, maybe? Running around back? Or will he stay on the point, you think?
It depends on if he's got Indigo to boost him around.
But he does do Visor right now, taking out Lamp, and he's not going to get one just yet. The Kent State is going to back off, knowing how dangerous Rose is. Taken down to 50, but his heal is going to bring him back up a little bit. House walling off, using block to get out of this. Freeze not just used yet, but... again, Indigo is going to flex. A little bit of Lucio diff there. House taken out, though, unfortunate. Freeze still not used. Wild Thing is going to be taken out. Rose taken out by the May. And it's just 1 for 1 here until Indigo is taken out, actually. And this fight turns in Kent State's favor.
Man, I'm seeing some of Rose's aim on Soldier. He has historically not been our Soldier player because we do have another one, and Soldier's just typically not played that much. But given the projectile size changes and how much easier it is to hit and have consistent damage with him, I'm not surprised to see that we are running him pretty consistently now.
Definitely going into this next fight could be just extremely dangerous for Kent State if EMU manages to clutch this up. Now Silver B is going to be ulting here, brought down so much HP. Lance is going to come out. He is able to recover a little bit of health. Now the Indigo will be taken out as well as Lex. Lucio's taken out of the table for both teams, but as well as both Babs. Now Silver B is taken out, as so is Wild.
Going 1 for 1 on every duel. Left up to Rose, and I have every confidence that Rose is... another 1 for 1.
And we see this coming out from the team, but this point is going to go up.
And it's going to be a Lucio 1v1 for the map. It looks like we're coming up on 99-99 on both teams. Just the Lucios there because they both got killed early. And this is a very silly fight between two Lucios because they both have 250 health and they do no damage.
But this Indigo coming out first. Indigo does go up, but not in the respectful Lucio 1v1 way. But this Visor is going to come out. 4th one for Rose. Not getting any value just yet. Taking out the Lei wall, but he does get the Mei. Almost frozen. Does get frozen, then taken out as well as Luke is taken out. Now this is very dangerous, but Silver B does have the point. Needs to touch,
Silver.
And that
a little bit too much tunnel vision on the map there. It looks like Kent State is going to 0-3 us.
No. But again, that's C9 at the end. Unfortunate for the team. GG's in chat from House. All around now.
And I'm not surprised to see that Rose is earning his play of the game here.
Definitely.
Definitely highlighting how much mechanical prowess he has there. Not enough to carry the team to victory, but definitely a well-earned play of the game. Oh, you can see that he knows that he did the best he could, but sometimes it's just not enough. Definitely getting some feedback from Suji here, and looks like we're pinning our hopes on next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely. You know what? It's fine. You know, this was honestly, even though the way that this match went, again, we saw a great performance from EMU players. I mean, especially in this last point. Maybe were we able to play Soldier on any other map than this one? Is that possible?
I think it's definitely going to end up being hard in our roster now. We realistically could have seen Soldier on any other map and any other point. He's a very flexible, very kind of one-note character. That one note just happens to be very strong right now.
Yeah.
With all of the off angles that he can take and the ability to play by himself with his heal pad, and the amount of damage that he can put out from a distance and not have to worry so much about the absolute pinpoint aim now with the slight projectile increases. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we see us on Soldier more consistently.
Definitely to replace that Sojourn, no?
Definitely to replace the Sojourn. Sojourn gave us a run for our money on this match today on all of the points. Lots of damage still coming out from them. The threat of Sojourn has historically been the one shot from rail. A release Sojourn was not okay, and then they've slowly toned it down, and it was still pretty much a one shot, 195 on most characters, leaving them only 5 health. But 5 health is nothing.
Yeah.
Might as well just one shot them. Now with everyone being 250 or roundabouts or above, not as much value coming out from the rail, needing to get them pretty significantly damaged before we can one-shot. Not going to be seeing a whole lot of Sojourn. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of teams still running Sojourn because Sojourn has been a very comfortable character for a long time. And some teams may be slower to adopt the new meta and opting for what they're proficient at and not what is necessarily good. So probably no Sojourn from us.
Okay.
Probably still a lot of Sojourn from enemy teams. Hopefully it works out in our favor. Hopefully that this is just a new patch and we're not comfortable with it yet. But I honestly think we did pretty well here. We did not